Hey, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Elton McFall here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. It's the 3rd of May, 2025. And yet again, not surprisingly, here in the Northeast, as it's been for a year or more, it's another crappy Saturday as usual. I'm telling you, man, I'm convinced more than ever. It's either the Chinese controlling the weather or the Illuminati or whoever's controlling the weather so that people work full time, not me, cannot enjoy a full sunny weekend or even 2 days on a weekend that it's nice, because usually one or both days are shit. It's cloudy or it's raining. And I think they do that on purpose, so basically that people are looking at their phones more and, spending more money on whatever, buying stuff. So anyway, that being said, I know I make my revenue from my phone, from selling items online or from the YouTube videos. Actually, way less from the YouTube videos compared to what I sell my vintage online ads, and combine with the ads with the paintings I do for people, such as this one for one of my longtime fans, Mr. Ed Beatty, out of Savannah, Georgia. Something apart from being very similar to other fans of mine, being old school, being a Gen Xer. Savannah, from what I've seen from another guy I'm subscribed to, Adam the Woo, I don't remember his last name. Anyway, he's visited like every town imaginable practically in the States. And Savannah is really old, like Montreal. It's a port city, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I'd love to go down there and meet him and see that place one day. Of course, I'd like to meet my other fans as well, too, one day, such as my friend Evan Gould, but also even, of course, how could I forget Mr. Cal Johnson out in Manhattan. Manhattan, or was it the Bronx? I think it's the Bronx. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, a bunch of people hollering and hooting and hollering over there. I don't know why. I think it's a construction crew. They've been doing construction back there for like 3-4 years, it seems. Anywho, I just finished this lovely little painting, like I said, for Ed there, and this is from a picture that he sent me that I had also seen recently on a train fan page. Where is it? Here it is. On the old face box there, as I know a guy used to call it. There it is. When he sent me this picture, I didn't really look at it until I actually opened the picture and played a full screen. I'm like, shit, this picture is so old it's out of focus. I'm like, that's not good. So I'm like, me worrying for nothing, as I've done for half my life, it seems, or most. It didn't matter. I've been looking at these these vintage style classics, really literally classic American locomotives. So much so that these were sold all over the world. Doesn't matter if it's Saudi Arabia, Australia. It's known as a GP locomotive, general purpose, of course, made by General Motors, and specifically the Electromotive Division, which I never understood why the Electromotive Division since the 40s made diesel locomotives. I never really understood that. I guess it's just because, whatever, they're made in the same line as the electrics. And anyway, most of these things were diesel powered. Huge, massive V16, usually diesel motors. And these earth-killing machines are so reliable. They were made from, again, the 50s up until, my God, the 80s, 90s, I think 80s. And thousands of them are still in service, and they're just rebuilt and rebuilt, let alone CN, CP using them. And probably almost every railroad, and these were specifically popular, still use as switcher locomotives, which means they're not 6-axle locomotives, not SD40 long range or SD70, but again, GP38s like this, GP40 Amtrak. This one is a Chicago, Missouri, and Western locomotive. And of course, back in the day, there were way more railroads than now. A lot of them just became all amalgamated. And I hate when I finish a painting and I look at I guess I could say mistakes. Of course, my friend Grant had, and he's such a great friend, my friend Grant. So encouraging. He's like, he'll say something like, don't say the mistakes you made in the video. It doesn't sell well. And he's not a salesman per se, but he's done customer service. And believe me, he can sell, this guy. But he's right. Well, that's just how I am. I'm just very forthcoming and transparent like glass. And it doesn't matter because, again, it's just art is often mimicking life, or in this case, or in my case, as you can see by all my paintings, responding the old days, the good old days of automotive and transportation in general, except of course for the Cybertruck painting that I'll probably never sell. And I think, frankly, if somebody gave me $100 for it, I'd be happy and I'd get rid of it. So just because of Mr. Musk's ways there. I was telling my friend, actually I was telling Grant the other day, what do you want? The guy's name is Musk. It's not the greatest last name in the world. Hell, even my name sounds cooler than that. Even though fall is not good. It's not good to fall because it sounds like fail. But still, it's a strong name, McFall. But then again, what's in a name? I don't know. We don't appropriate too much, so there's not too many McFalls out there, frankly, in the world, you know. I do recall, though, there was a few times when my family would travel up until my parents divorced in '91. I remember sometimes we would I would check the phone book in some town in Myrtle Beach or whatever and see if there's any McFalls, you know. So being proud of your roots. Of course, then again, how come I didn't check for any Roy, you know, which is my mom's side, the French side, Roy, R-O-Y, like Patrick Roy. But there's way more Roys or Roys than McFalls. Way, way, way more. Anyway, if you'd like to have me paint something like yourself, for yourself that's vintage, let me know. I'm probably going to have a gig after this. And I think Mr. Gould's going to want me to paint either a subway or an interurban streetcar. Either way, it's going to be fun because it was a lot of fun to do this painting, actually. I don't know what else I can tell you about it. I like the contrast, everything. I've come to realize that, you know, I've been making paintings now full time for about pretty much 3 years, I think, this month or next month. And, you know, I am proud not only to do these paintings as pulp culture, American pulp culture usually, but again, it's they pop. I love the contrasts. And I've done, I figure about, I think I've done about probably close to 60 of these in about 3 years. Usually about this size, give or take. A few little small ones here and there, but mostly this size, 16 by 20. This is 12 by 18. If you'd like to have this done for you, this is it's about $200 Canadian, shipping included. So yeah, it took me actually a little more than a week to finish this. But you know, I think a lot of people, like I know my friend Scott, he says to me one time, says, yeah, you know, imagine what you could do, something like you could do a painting in a day. I can't fucking do it because my eyesight is so sensitive, and I've built pressure in the back of my eyes, which could cause glaucoma. I have to keep an eye on that. Especially when I'm finishing all the tiny little details on these locomotives, all these, you know, these handrails and these thingamabobs and headlights and stripes and this and that, and doing coats of this, coats of that. It's just like yesterday I was working on this an hour and a half and I had to stop because I wanted to finish this yesterday, but I developed a headache. So unfortunately, for being visually impaired, looking too much paintings and looking too much at the phone all the goddamn time, yeah, it's pretty much normal for me to get neck pain or a headache, migraine once a week, unfortunately. I try to do things better. I try not to look at the phone, but it's especially at night when I'm tired and I'm, you know, I'm flying high as a kite. I mean, I'm just not doing anything at night, so I'm looking at my phone like so many of you. Didn't have that problem, of course, when you would look at TV because the TV is far away. So anyway, of course, I'm running out of mouth as usual. And again, get in touch with me if you're interested in me having something to paint for you. Elton McFall, Elton like Elton John, eltonmcfall at hotmail.com. And these babies are still available. And I try to think sometimes of a way to actually set these up. I probably should take all these outside one day out in the sun. Try that again in a better way, and do a painting of all of them together in the bright sun, so they could really be shown off well, you know. But again, I'm showing all these. So all these paintings are in the, you know, 250, 300 range. Obviously, if you were to buy, let's say, 3 of these, like a friend of mine did, then I make you a good deal as well. There you go. So that's about it. And then the rest of it, I did that recently for you fans of buses. That's all my original photos taken between 2009 and 2014. And there you go. That's about it, man. So, and that painting of the dude here, yeah, that's for sale, actually. This is, I didn't paint that. I don't know who painted it. It was painted in 2001. It comes from my father-in-law's brother who passed away in January. It was his name was Louis, and he actually didn't live here too far. And anyway, my parents asked me if I wanted it, so I'm like, well, I got enough stuff as it is. I need the cash. I put it for sale for like, I think $200 or $250. That's it, y'all. So thanks again for watching. Oh, and for you bus fans, look at this. This is a photo I bought on eBay years ago, many years ago, when I used to buy and sell on eBay. And that's an original photo I got from Walter Miller Literature in Syracuse. That's a promo photo from MCI with a demo classic in Montreal with the Olympic Stadium. How beautiful is that? And I took a beautiful walk there yesterday. Love that part of Sherbrooke. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. All the best. And talk to you later. Bye-bye.